Hello, my name is Richard Miller. You can call me Richard. I'm here to talk to you about some of the options that you have as students. You can do elective classes, and the elective class I'm going to talk to you about is Business Skills 2. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Canada, and I've been a CUBE teacher for about 5 years now. I've taught most of the classes here at CUBE, and I'm now doing this class, which is the Business Skills 2. I have a business background in the sense that I've studied business, and I've actually had businesses as well. I've studied undergraduate in economics, and then I have a graduate degree in MBA in business, as well as I've had businesses in America, Canada, and in Japan. So I think that I can bring together a lot of the theory as well as some of the practical things, a lot of different things that we can talk about. In addition to that, I really enjoy reading and keeping up to what's going on in the business world. I try to bring that into the classroom as well. So we do use a textbook. This is our textbook. But in addition to the textbooks, we will be using various things that I'll be bringing in. For example, this semester, we'll be looking at BlackBerry. Now, BlackBerry is a company that we'll have a pretty good look at over the next 4 or 5 months. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be sort of seeing how BlackBerry did. They did very, very well for a long time, and then they didn't do very well. So if you haven't heard of the company, you will during this semester. Now, with Business Skills 2, it's a class that's going to be held Mondays, period 6. And in this class, it's not a language class. What we're going to be looking at is business theory, much like you would learn in a first or second year class in America, or as an elective class. As management students or economic students, you have learned quite a lot in your Japanese classes about what theory is. Now's an opportunity to start learning more about it and in greater details in English, and being able to discuss and present on different things that you've learned in Japanese. So it's not particularly a language class, but a business class. Keep that in mind. What we're going to be looking at during the semester is we'll start with an overview of business. What is this? What are we studying? What kind of faculty is business? And what kind of a thing is it that we study? We'll look at where the first business schools were, why it's fairly new, why is management a new discipline, why is management something that we're just learning now? 100 years ago, there were no management schools. There weren't even management classes. Why not? Then we're going to go into marketing. We'll be looking at various different marketing types of theories, and we're going to be looking at both print as well as things that you'll see on television. You'll have an opportunity to show the class your favorite commercial. Why is that? As a class, we'll discuss it and see what some of the things are that are going on. As well, with marketing, we're going to look at personal marketing. We're going to talk about how you should be thinking about marketing yourself as you get into the 3rd and 4th years, and you are starting to look at jobs, job hunting. What is personal branding? How does branding work? All of these things we'll be looking at with this. In addition to that, you're going to be required to go online and create different profiles that the companies will be looking at if you're applying for different jobs. That's also part of the class, but it's not very difficult, but I think it's very helpful. Then we'll look into human resources. Human resources including things like leadership. What is leadership and how does it work? How can you become good leaders as managers? And what kind of leaders will you be looking for when you are looking for work? And when you're looking at work, what kind of corporate culture, what kind of company culture would fit you best? What kind of company should you be looking for? We'll spend a little bit of time looking at some finance as management students, sort of as what kind of management accounting is really what we'll be looking at, as well as how to raise funds, how companies structure their finances, and so on. Finally, we're going to be looking at operations and strategy, and that's how companies look forward to it. We'll be continuously looking at various Japanese companies as well as international companies, and of course BlackBerry. there you will also have an opportunity to start thinking about what you think would be a good business for the future. And that leads us up to your final project, which will be a business plan. I want you to think of an original business that you think will be successful. You have an opportunity to give a short presentation to the class and hand it in. With that business plan, you'll bring together all of the things that we've been studying all semester, which is also a lot of the stuff that you've learned in other Japanese classes. So I think that it's an exciting class. I think it's a very interesting class, and I think that it would be very helpful for you to sort of look at a number of different things. And I've heard feedback from students who have taken this class numbers of years ago, and they were able to use a lot of the stuff that they've learned in English meetings later on while they're working. So please remember, Mondays, period 6. Sounds a little late, but it's not too late, I think, and it's a great way to start the week. So I hope to see you there. Business Skills 2 with Richard Miller. Mondays, period 6. Don't forget to sign up.